Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to the Coffee Company. It's a very sunny day. It's a very warm day. Of course, we're all still recovering from the day we had yesterday. Thank God. Thank God. It's slightly cooler today, and it's not going to get that hot for the rest of the month, probably. Hopefully. Oh, we had a good couple of days off, so we're slightly refreshed. Spent a lot of time eating ice cream over the last 3 days, and now we're just back to chilling. We are back to chilling. But before we make our first coffee of the day, because I desperately need a coffee, so I've only had one caffeinated beverage. Mr. Stewart, big up Stuart. Hopefully you're doing well, sir. Afternoon. Got Mr. Fullball trolling me as always. Big up Fullball, saying it ain't that hot. No, it's not that hot today. It's actually quite nice. I like it when it's warm. I don't like 40 degrees. I do not like that at all. That's not fun in any shape or form. Wherever you are in the world, that is not fun. But 28 degrees today, I think. Let's have a look. I think it is 27. No, it's 28. 28 is absolutely fine. It's really nice and breezy. We're going to have a couple of iced coffees, and we're going to have fun. We're going to have fun. Big up all. Hopefully everyone in the chat is doing well. What has everyone been up to this week? How did everyone deal with the heat? If it's hot where you are, how did everyone deal with it? How do you deal with the heat? It's very, very difficult in this particular country because the UK, the properties in the UK are designed to keep heat in, not get rid of heat, because we have to be energy efficient, so to speak. But that means you're boiling in the summer. So something's got to be done about that. How does everyone keep cool? Ice baths all day long. That could shock your system, but it's definitely an idea. I set a rubbish paddling pool up that I got from Smith's, the toy store. One of those cheap 10-foot paddling pools. It was so hot. I just put a simple solar cover on it that I bought from another retailer. I can't remember what the retailer was. It's one of those solar covers you can put on the pool to warm it up. The pool was hotter than the bath I had that morning. That's how hot it was outside. The sun on the pool all day. It was actually quite nice because it cools you down, but it's like keeps your body temperature, doesn't shock you at all. Just get straight in it. A couple of tasty beers, and that's a wonderful day. That's all you want, really. We had a couple of tasty ones, a few ice creams, a few iced coffees. £50 ain't that cheap. It bloody well was. It's cheaper than going to the David Lloyd. And you can always use the pool for another day. So but it was definitely well worth it. Well worth the money. Would like to have bought a metal one. The metal ones are better because they're easier to set up, but they are a bit more expensive. But then they're a bit more usable because you can set them up very easily. There's no chance of it collapsing. But it'd be nice if we weren't in this country at all and I had gone away like a normal person during the summer months. But hey ho, we will go away later this year. Hopefully we'll be able to get a summer holiday in. Things in the Kauffie family have been very busy as of recent. Right. Whilst we're waiting for other people to get in the chat, we are going to have a coffee. Ooh. Got plenty of coffees open today. What can we have? I'm thinking a very Japanese style filter coffee. And we can go filter on ice, which is very tasty. So let's get rid of that 76 now. I no longer use it. So we're gonna go. Let's try this new icebreaker. Where is it? Where is it? It's over there. Roasted that on the 15th, and it is the 20th, so it's 5 days old. So it's really fresh, really fresh. It smells delicious. It'll be really fruity, lots of pineapple. Big up everyone that's joined the stream. There are loads of good streams on at the moment. So thank you for choosing us. We're not exactly the greatest of YouTube channels, but we like to have fun here. So we're going to go 20 grams of coffee. Going 22 because we're going to put ice in, so we don't want the coffee to be too watered down. Water. I've just had some hot coffee. Not a bad idea. We've had hot coffee this morning. Now we're going to have an iced one. And it was always good to make use of your ice maker. So the icebreaker is, if you are new to the channel or new to some of the coffees we sell, the icebreaker is a coffee I have from Ethiopia. It's from the Halo region, which is why I called it the icebreaker, because Halo, the video game, was developed by Bungie originally, and Bungie now make a game called Destiny. And I play Destiny a lot. I've been playing Destiny since launch, like years and years, like donkey's years. I've played it on the PS3 for Pete's sake. That's how long ago it was. I've played that game for a long time. And of course, my first ever exotic weapon in that game was the icebreaker, which is a sniper rifle. So I named this coffee as an homage to Bungie, the icebreaker, because it's also breaking the ice. It's a very good iced coffee, very good warm as well. But it's got that lovely fruity flavour that works well with an iced coffee. So it's an homage. But from the Halo region, it's a mixture of heirloom. It's got a lot of Yirgacheffe in there, which is a type of heirloom Very, very tasty, very thick, very fruity. It's a natural process as well, which has made it even sweeter. Plenty of pineapple notes, very tropical, very milk chocolate body though, like very thick milk chocolate. It's really, really good for your morning coffee. Good morning, Mr. Bobby K. Good morning to Mr. Bobby. Congrats on 200. Yeah, we hit 200 subscribers last Friday, so we're actually on 204 now. On the way, I would love to be able to hit 250 subs by the end of the year. So reasonable milestone we can hopefully hit. See you on break in 15. Big up, Bobby. Big up, big up, big up. Love to see if we can hit 250 subs by the end of the year. We can get there. We're just a small channel. We're not overly promoting ourselves. We just want to have fun. We just want to give something for people to go in this community in particular, because it's very stressful at the moment with transfers and new windows, and there's always infighting within communities. There's always arguing within families. So hopefully this is a spot where you all can come and decompress and relax, and a bit of nostalgia, a bit of coffee, a bit of fun, a bit of good chats. Just be somewhere for everyone to have a bit of a laugh, and hopefully this is a bit of a decompression zone. So big up to everyone that's come here to have a chill out session, because it means a lot. Right, our water is ready. Road to 10k is on. I think that's a while off, Paul. I think that's a while off. Now that fills it wet, we're going to add ice to our V60, just a scoop or so. Just about that. Put that much in your V60. OCD, so we like the handle to go over the other handle. Clear that. £30 glue in. Shake it all about. Thirty seconds to bloom. And then we put 250 grams of hot water in. That's really thick. I put well too much water in. We should be fine. We have got extra. Hope I'm not swearing. So me and my wife had a mango passion fruit with bubbles from Costa. Was delicious. Usually stick to oat milk latte. Thought I'd give it a go. Costa's awful, but if you enjoyed it, that's all that matters. One of the things people always ask me questions like this, thinking I'm going to have some sort of reaction. If you like it, all power. I don't drink it. Doesn't mean you can't drink it. What does that make me look like if I am yucking at someone else's yum? It makes me look like a total dick. And if people like it, let them have it, for God's sake. We are a society that's too busy criticising people for liking things that they like. I like McDonald's. Some people say, "Oh, you preach all this like good quality and stuff, but you eat McDonald's." Yeah, it's bloody tasty. It's bloody tasty. If you like it, drink it. I'm not going to yuck someone else's yum. Be up, Ian. Be up, be up, be up. Bob's here. You had a drink with Michael Jackson's monkey. What? Where'd you get that from? Big up, Bob. Big up, big up, big up. How's your day at work been so far, Bob? Even that opinion, full ball. Even that opinion. Even that opinion, even though you may be slightly naive. But Bubbles? What's wrong with Bubbles? Nothing wrong with Bubbles. I like Bubbles. I still haven't tried the bubble tea shop in Loughton, the one that's just opened. I need to go there this weekend. Life is all about differences. So now we just need to prepare a cup of ice. My iced water. This is probably going to be a bit too watery, but it's slightly. That one did go over my head, though. Oh, yeah. So, totally cold. A bit warm at the top, maybe. That's going to cool down very quickly. Serve on ice. Must be too young. I just never remember cultural references. I'm 27 years old, which is quite young for this community, amazingly. But there is a few young'uns. There's a few young'uns in the community. That one just went totally over my head. That's a taste of heavy. Tiny bit watered down. I put too much water in the extraction. So maybe more coffee. If I'm going to do it with that much ice, less water in the extraction, and maybe more coffee, up to 25 grams dosage. Afternoon, Carterman. Afternoon, sir. Afternoon, Ben and chat. Hope everyone here from the UK got through the last couple of days. I got through the days. It was a testing time. I was very warm. Many ice lollies were had. But it gave me a chance to have a couple of days off, and that was very, very it was very welcomed. Just being able to sit down, just chill out. My brother was at home because he's on paternity leave now because they recently had a baby. So my nephew was basically brand new nephew was around the house all the time, just so my mum can help out where she can with the eldest. Just chilled out, watched some old videos, watched some steam trains because he loves steam trains because he's free. Same age as my youngest, bloody hell. Need to get Elijah on Tottenham very soon. Hopefully, he can start getting into football when he joins a proper school, because he's going to be joining a new school come September. Hopefully, the kids in that age group will play football, because we want to get Elijah into football. We need Elijah to start watching football, because that's what most of his family do, just watch football. His dad doesn't. His dad is a motorsport fan for some silly reason. We just likes cars. My family likes cars. Need to get Elijah onto football, because he's going to make a lot more friends playing football than he is watching motorsport. Because frankly, Formula One is boring. Formula One used to be great. Now it's awful. What's everyone's plans for the rest of the week? I know everyone's going to be... A lot of people who didn't work or worked from home. Yeah. I worked from home as well, apparently. I sat in a paddling pool. That was work. Send him to Ajax or La Masia. I bet you've bought him a Spurs kit. Not yet. As much as we don't want to give Mr. Levy more money, I think we're going to have to. Elijah had a Tottenham kit. He's had a couple of them. So, I mean, he might end up there, hopefully. Hopefully he'll end up there, because Elijah is half Dutch, so maybe he'll end up at Ajax at some point. Oh, Shawnee just texted me. Uh-oh. Oh, bloody hell. Shawnee's asking me to jump on his stream for free. I cannot do that, because we are on my stream. After. Sports are great for kids. Yeah, they are. They really help making friends. Merge the streams together. I don't know how we can do that, but I mean that would be funny, wouldn't it? As much as we love a lot of the other streamers, we need a bit of calm. There's been a lot of some of the streams have been a bit. Just need to calm down a bit. Just need to calm down. We've got 4 weeks to the season starts. We've got 4 weeks to start to the start of the season. And speak of Mr. Shawnee, there he is. Big up, Shawnee boy. Big up, big up, big up. Not even going to mention him. Let's just calm down. Let's calm down, everyone. Let's all be friends. Let's all be nice to each other. Let's see what happens in the next 4 weeks. Let's not argue. And let's just be nice to each other. I love a bit of calm. I really do love a bit of calm. It's really helpful. It allows you to think. I don't like causing I don't like spouting negativity just to create controversy for controversy's sake. That's never been my deal. I would critique where you need to critique. Sometimes let's just calm down. Calmest channel on the interweb. Absolutely, Shawnee. Absolutely. We like a bit of peace. A bit of zen. That's why Kimber calls this show Zen with Ben. Really, I should call it Zen with Ben. That's a great name for a show. But that's a tasty coffee. Tiny bit watered down, but that's almost quite nice because it's a bit more refreshing. Yeah, we got plenty of time, lads. Plenty of time. Let's just all enjoy the pre-season. Pre-season is continuing this weekend. It's going to be a lot of fun. Should have gone, really. Should have gone this weekend, but need to, minimize the amount of energy I use. I'm using a lot of energy at the moment. With a lot of my medication that I'm taking at the moment, it's very easy. Like I've strained all the. Must have been everyone was angry. Everyone was angry. Yes, it was crazy. But I pulled a muscle in my left arm. I've done my knees. My body takes, and it takes twice the time for it to recover. So it's just like basically, I need a holiday. I need a holiday bad, which we haven't been able to do that with the arrival of my little nephew. But hopefully, it's really funny because my dad hates going away in August because it's the most expensive time to go. But it's the only time that it's physically out because my dad's in the property industry. And also in the financial sector, Shawnee would back me up on this one. Everything shuts down in August. Everything. Nothing happens in August, which means it's the perfect time because my dad is on the phone. My dad gets 5,000 emails a day, just emails, and that's without taking into account the phone call because he gets a call every 5 minutes. Call. That in August that stops, but that's the only time he doesn't want to go away, and that's actually the perfect time to go. And he doesn't want to go again. It is the most expensive time, but then it's a shit shoot because now to counteract this, a lot of people actually still are not going away in August. So the holiday companies have upped the price of the end of July and the beginning of September, despite the fact all the schools go back on the 5th of September. It's madness, but I'd love to go to Sardinia in August because that's when my boss from Italy is in Sardinia. She's always in 13th of August is her mother's birthday. So she's always in Sardinia because they book it a year in advance. They go every year. Markets the least division and all. Yep. Friday mornings. Yep. Everyone's hungover. I have to say that you facilitated it well to help certain mods. That was me. The most aggressive mod in the Tottenham Hotspur community. One finger out of line, immediate double timeout. If you come back in and insult me again, there you go. Goodbye. Yeah, I'd love to go to Sardinia. I love Sardinia. I haven't been there in decades, but I'd love to go back. It's either there. Another place I love to go is Taormina in Sicily. That's a beautiful part of the world. Absolutely stunning. I just like the south of Italy in general. The south of Italy is lovely. I'd love to go to Puglia, but I think I want to go to Puglia if I plan it properly and I want to go with someone that I know that's from there, because it'll make it a lot nicer. Because I don't know Puglia. I know the food, I know the wine very well. I don't know the region. I don't know whether to go to Lecce or to see the outskirts of Bari, because Bari can be a bit of a rough city if you don't know where to go. But Bari is a beautiful city, really old school city. Not my thing, football. Not my thing. Big up, Bob. Big up, big up, big up. Belize. Again, those aren't really, I like to go. I love European cities. I love so I really like Porto de Palença in Mallorca is somewhere I love. I like to be close enough to the beach where we can be sort of relaxed, but then you can go back into a town and then wander around and have a bit of a mooch, do a bit of shopping. So I really love places like Sardinia, Taormina. I didn't like Forte de Marmi. Forte de Marmi was expensive for its own, too expensive for its own good, and it was just full of English people. And it was just like food was. But Italy, it's good. If it was in the UK, it would be all right. But the fact it was in like an hour from Firenze, that's poor. For the price they're charging, it's poor. It's just tourist central and it's rubbish. Amalfi's lovely. Amalfi's the most beautiful part of the world. People can agree to disagree, but you're all wrong. Capri's lovely. Which is funny because Delhi went to my favourite restaurant in Capri, and I was very, very jealous. I'm an island boy. Yeah, the islands are great. Big up, Ben. Big up, Darius. Big up, big up, big up. Welcome back to the stream. Hopefully you're doing well. Yeah, but that restaurant that Delhi went to, and it's not expensive either. That's why I was shocked he was there. It's I can never remember what it's called, but it's a restaurant in a lemon orchard. Really good pizza, really good food, not too expensive. For Capri can be very expensive. It's an island just off of the Amalfi, if you don't know where Capri is. It can be very expensive, very upmarket. But this restaurant wasn't very expensive. So that was if Denny was there. I think he must have stayed in the hotel I stayed because that was all that was left when we went there. But we didn't care. It was expensive, but because it was lovely. Wonderful hotel. Wonderful, wonderful hotel. A friend of mine actually worked there. I think he now lives in Milan. But yeah, Denny picked well. Whoever told him to go to that restaurant, fair play to them. They understand good food. Great dessert room as well. They didn't have a dessert menu. They had a dessert room. You could just you order dessert and you have a bit of tiramisu, a bit of gelato, a bit of sorbet, a bit of this, a bit. It's excellent. It is certainly Welsh shit. Certainly Welsh shit, and we do miss her. We definitely miss Welsh shit. But hopefully she's enjoying her new job. And yes, Bobby has just put in the tip link. Big up Bobby for doing that. If you do wish to tip, there is the link. No need to. If you don't have the funds and you don't want to, absolutely fine. All that is needed is if you sit in the stream, have a chat, and just have fun. That's really clean. Really clean. It's getting better. It's getting better as it sits there. It's got the cold brewy colour. Did you do any TikTok dances with Daddy? Absolutely not. I can't dance to save my life. I don't even have 2 left feet. It's even worse than that. No rhythm. Absolutely no rhythm. Good morning to Bobby K. He's back. And he's on his break. Big up, big up, big up. Hopefully everyone's doing well. What is everyone's plans for the weekend? Should check out Lewandowski's tip. I don't use TikTok. So I do not use TikTok. It's not my thing. I do like my Instagram though. Instagram's good. Large ascensions, everyone. Big up, Resonator. Big up, big up, big up. Hello. Good, Joe. Everyone's Uniqlo. Love Uniqlo.
I missed this Uniqlo Nintendo.
Yeah, you missed it. There's a current one at the moment. They're doing a Pokemon one. At the moment, yeah, I think so. Oatmeal?
Yes, oatmeal. That one that you're right. That one was nice. The new one.
The Khalifa, yeah.
Yeah, it's quite solid.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go for
Oat latte.
that's what I usually get. Yeah, I've never tried the oat flat white.
We can do an oat flat white.
What do you prefer?
Thirdly, for me, flat white.
Okay, let's get oat flat white.
How's your feeling on Inter missing out on Bremer?
I don't know. I'm in a bit of limbo because
Because you guys are creeping, you're keeping Skriniar.
yeah,
amazingly.
surprisingly, I thought he would destined to go, but
Well, he was only going if PSG stumped up the 60 million, and then for some reason PSG have decided to run out of money when it came to quality centre back, even though they're selling Kimpembe to Chelsea.
didn't make any sense.
It makes no sense.
This is the most stupidest thing I've ever heard. I think you suddenly run out of money for a skeleton at the back in a defensive, in a centre back. That's the first thing you want to.
I can get the cushions.
Which cushion?
I'll get the cushions.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I just got a sample of that. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah.
You're not the most comfortable for furniture. Big up, Kimber. Big up, big up, big up. Much love to the chat. Much love, Kimber. Watching this wicked show with these three lovely Canadian guys. I have some guys called Ben and Simon. Big up. I'll put that link in the chat when we're ending. But feel free to share your link at Bobby K when you get the chance. Enjoying a lovely shallow lemon iced tea. Oh, yeah. Is the shop wheelchair? Yes, it is. Not so much in the winter because we've got a bit of a big step, but you can certainly sit outside and it's still quite comfortable. But you can definitely get coffee via the. I need to figure out something with that. I don't understand why they didn't think of that in my family because Dumbos. Need to come up with a solution for that. Definitely looking at an idea. Little ramp, maybe. Like a little wooden ramp. Would be super nice. Love at 7:30 for you England folk. There we go. There is the link for the Free Spurs Boys stream with the wonderful folks from We Are Tottenham TV, Ben and Sim, my brothers. Big up to the Free Spurs Boys for getting those chats on. Absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Those boys are going to be superstars and we need to follow them on the journey. So, looking forward to that. Do you prefer Oasis or Blur? Personally, me, Oasis. Oasis were better musically. It's not really my era of music, but Oasis are better musically. I like their songs better. The era it's much more my style of music, a bit more anthem-y. Whereas Blur is very hard hitting. Blur is very good. Part Life's great, of course, or Owl's Life, as we all refer to call it. Boys and Girls, Tracy Jacks, and stuff like that. Blur were a very good group. They were very good. I feel like Oasis just had it over them. They were just a better group. I'm a southerner, but defo Oasis. Yeah. Oasis are just a better group. Yes, Oasis for me as well, except for when we play City. I would not listen to any of their music when we... Yeah, I agree with that. I thought it was a Juice football. We have Oasis as well. It's owned by... something. That's lovely. The longer it sits, the better it is. The best one is the citrus one. The citrus oasis is good. That's really tasty. Ooh, that's lovely. Sorry, as a bit of a not an announcement, but as a FYI, we decided to purchase one of these. It might make its debut on the channel someday, if I ever have it. It is a Positive Grid Spark mini guitar amplifier that can also act as a music player. So I can now officially play my guitar amplified in my coffee shop. So it gives me something to do on a Friday before we always have my lessons on a Friday, but now my teacher will be able to hear me. It's going to be wonderful. Great amps. Big up these guys. They have made something incredible. Like this is a brilliant thing. And they're going to sell billions of these. Just put it in your backpack. It's so light. Like even I can lift it with a thumb. It's so light. The tone variations are phenomenal. You can make it sound like anything you want. If you want to do a Marshall style amplifier, you can do it. If you want to do a Fender style amp, do it. You can get 1980s Van Halen tones out of it. You can do anything you want with it. It's the most versatile mini amp on the planet, and you can even carry it on your belt if you really wanted to. I wouldn't recommend carrying it on your belt because it'd probably snap your belt. But it's so good for the price. It's an epic thing, and the fact it's a music player as well. So they've made something incredible, and they're doing. If you do play the guitar, and you do want a mini amp for your bedroom, these are $80 off at the moment. $80 off. Should blast some Iron Maiden or stuff. Not my groups. Some Iron Maiden's good though. Back to work. Have a great day, everyone. Big out, Bobby. We look to see you at 7:30 UK time. That's 2:30 Eastern, 8:30 Central European time. That is 7:30. So that is 12:30 California time. And that is 1:30 Mountain Time. So that's all the time. I don't know what that is. If you want to say where it is when you're from, if you're in the Far East, feel free. That's so 9:30 Middle Eastern Time. They are an incredible band. Yeah, they are an incredible band. So same thing with Madness. It's a shame that one of them supports Chelsea. Madness are brilliant. Apparently Maiden are very good live as well, according to my dad and my mum. And I did speak to them. Apparently they're very good. Apparently Kiss are very good as well. I'd love to see Kiss live. They're doing a final tour, I think. This is the last world tour they're doing. After this tour, they are all retiring, I think. Notice Flow, Noel Gallagher's Higher Flow, and Birthday. They've been going 10 years yet played Oasis. Yeah. Because it's just. Why? if it's not broken, don't fix it. The only thing that's broken about that band is the fact that they're not together. Hoping to see Springsteen in March. Springsteen they're great. They do a great show. They do like 6-hour shows. Those are long days because they just play hundreds of songs, and as well as doing the thing where you can they ask you to you hold up a thing and they will play that song. They're brilliant. Springsteen's band, they're top class. They are top class. So hopefully you do get. They're great. Guns N' Roses at Tottenham Stadium were fantastic. It's a shame Axl Rose was an hour late again, though. I've got a massive. I love the band. Separate Axl from the band. Guns N' Roses, the band, they are incredible. Slash is Slash, like no comment. He's just the best, one of the best in the business. Richard Fortas, the rhythm guitarist, is absolutely brilliant. The drummer's brilliant. The keyboardists are brilliant. The back singers, they're all brilliant except for one man, and that's Axl Rose, and that's a real shame. As long as they play most of the Wrecking Ball album, I'll be happy. Good stuff. Guns N' Roses are brilliant. They just make magic. It's one of the things I reckon, because I'm looking for my number one axe, as they call it in the guitar world, which is either going to be a Gibson Les Paul Standard or a Gretsch White Falcon. As many of you guys know, I am a big fan of single cut guitars. I like Tellys, I like Les Pauls, I like Gretches. Not a fan of double cuts. And 3 options is a 50s standard Les Paul, a Slash Les Paul Standard, which are awesome. They're about £300 more than the normal standard because it's got the Slash pickups in it and it's got the Slash colour, like the really cool, like wacky Slash colours. You can get the Appetite for Destruction verse, which is awesome, which is modelled after his original Les Paul, which wasn't actually a Les Paul. It was one he bought. It was a fake. But it actually sold more Les Pauls than any Les Paul on the planet. It's madness. Like you can get all the wacky Slash colours, like the Anaconda burst, the red, but the I don't know what it's called. Get all the Slash colours. It's got the hotter pickups in, but it still has the 50s neck carve. It's awesome. Or Gretsch White Falcon, which is the most expensive, but probably the guitar that I want. Then it was technical problems. They always say it's technical problems. Again, as Fullball says, Axl Rose being late for concerts is his trademark. One of the stories my guitar teacher always tells me was at Download Festival. Was at Download. They purposely gave Guns N' Roses and Axl a hotel closest to Donington, and they gave him a helicopter because he was always late. They gave him a helicopter, and he was still 2 hours late. He's always late. So they can say technical problems all they want. Axl is always late. Always. It's always him. What's the most underrated British band in your opinion? Oh, I don't know, because it's all subjective, isn't it? Whilst we're thinking of that, I'm going to start that comment. Na 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 Catman. Na 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 Catman. Big up, Catman, Jess. Big up, big up. Hopefully you're well, sir. Hopefully you are well. Most underrated British band. Ooh. I'm going to say Madness, amazingly. I think Madness are brilliant. No one speaks how good. Or British band you blew up overseas. I don't know, to be honest. Axel even beefed with Kurt Cobain and Metallica then, yeah. He beefed with them because he was always late, which put the whole show out because he was always late. I'm getting sick of this heat. Well, Ben, it's 30 plus 36 again here today. Yeah, I'm not doing that again. Big up, Cartman. Sex Pistol, the 80s. Love the Jam. The Jam were good. It's a very difficult one. Sex Pistols are probably up there. Cream are very well rated. Cream are a very good band. Clapton, the Yardbirds were good. Anything Clapton was brilliant. Anything Clapton was brilliant. Do you count the Stray Cats as a British band? Even though they're Americans, the Stray Cats came here, made it big here first. Because rockabilly was dead in the 80s. It was totally dead. No one was listening to rockabilly music. So the Stray Cats came here, made it massive, and then went back to America and was like, we've done it in the UK, we can do it here. Well, Oasis are big everywhere, I reckon. If Oasis are not big in the States, there's something wrong with them. Yeah, the Stray Cats are not British. Although they started here, they've got their break here. They're same as Blondie. Yeah. Wonderwall is the song that Minnesota United supporters sings after they win at home. Interesting that how a song from the 90s can still be so big. I'm going to do this. Underrated British bands. Let's have a look. Because my memory is poor. I know none of these bands. T-Rex. T-Rex is not underrated. T-Rex is great. We're not gonna. But it was Brian May's birthday yesterday. Speaking of British bands, it was Brian May's birthday. So a very happy birthday to the professor, Mr. Brian May. Or Professor Brian May, because he's a professor of astrophysics. Big up Brian May. Big up, big up, big up. Ever heard this band? No, I haven't. Call for Cat. The Squeeze were very good. They're very underrated. Jules Holland's band. But the thing is, most underrated British band, the first one, the Rolling Stones. The Rolling Stones are certainly not underrated. They're probably overrated. Probably very overrated. I enjoy the Rolling Stones, but there were better bands at that time. The Who were a much better band than the Rolling Stones. Queen were a better band than Rolling Stones. The Kinks were a better band than the Rolling Stones for the most part. Oh, Squeeze is one of them. Awesome. I mean, the greatest British band is probably Zeppelin, just to be so. Just to be, what's it called? Uncontroversial. Zeppelin are unbelievable at the time. Beatles, I don't think the Beatles are overrated. They invaded America. They didn't just go to America, they invaded. Like, it was Beatlemania. Every single part of the world at one point was Liverpool, which was no mean feat back in those days. They invaded. I think Queen is slightly overrated. Freddie Mercury is probably the best front singer of all time, and Brian May is a solid lead guitar player. Brilliant bloke as well. I think they've got loads of rock anthems. We didn't really try anything else, but they didn't need to. Again, AC/DC they run by a formula. And I love that's why AC/DC are my favourite group still, because they are it's 14, 15, 16, 17 albums that all sound the same, they all sound brilliant, and I do not care. They're brilliant. Deep Purple are amazing. British band. Deep Purple were great as well. Close family friend, fashion designer, used to work and live in Chelsea in the 60s. She met the Beatles quite a few times and never got the hype. She also hated Rod Stewart. Nothing wrong with Rod Stewart. Rod Stewart's a nice guy. I've met Rod Stewart two times because he used to live in Epping, which is not far from here. We used to see him and Penny in Loughton High Road once in a while in one of his Ferraris. Nice fella. Beatles definitely not overrated. They changed music exactly, and the fact they changed from the start of the 60s with the Love Me Do stuff and I Want to Hold Your Hand, like the really lovely that, and then they went into the whole Sgt. Pepper's phase, and then they went all fuzzy in the late 60s. The Beatles changed. They had 4 distinct eras, and they were all excellent in their own way. Interesting. Stuart doesn't like it. Has a few decent tracks, no doubt. The Beatles were excellent. They were ahead of their time. I still haven't seen the Beatles documentary. I need to watch it. I'm certainly a fan. One of my favourite concerts I ever went to, and this is probably because I'm biased, because I love the Beatles. I've seen them 4 times, I reckon. I think it's 4 times. That it's the bootleg Beatles. They are excellent at mimicking the Beatles. They are excellent. It goes through the eras of the Beatles, and they play all the songs. I've seen them in Albert Hall twice. I saw them in Oh, what's the stately home outside Bishop Stortford? Audley End. Seen them in Audley End, and amazingly and very weirdly, I saw them at Disney World. We were in Disney World. We were in Epcot because Epcot is my second favourite park. It's my favourite theme park in the Disney thing. We were in the British part of Epcot because if you don't know, Epcot they do a thing where you go around the world. You have different countries. You have Great Britain. You have Morocco. You have Italy. You have France. You have America. Norway, etc., etc., etc. And we were just in the British section because we always go to the British section. We can see how close can we find someone that lives to us, because part of the magic is a lot of the people that work at Disney are exchange students. So you see lots of people from parts of, so sometimes you see them from like London or Manchester, etc. And there was someone working there that was from Harlow, for God's sake. It's just like, why the hell are you here? It was great. And we were just walking in the British section. We walked past the pub. There's like this stage area. It's always there. It's like a little garden. And it's just like the bootleg Beatles turned up at one of our favourite concerts. And I sat there. We had a 2.5 hour Beatles concert for free. Well, it's not free because you paid to go into the Epcot. I'd like to see a Marilyn Manson. That would be crazy. That'd be crazy. There was better English groups around at the time, but the Beatles management team made the difference in them getting to. I mean, that's good management. It helps. Greatest British musicians is Phil Collins, in my opinion. Songwriting, musical instruments, and amazing. Yeah, Phil Collins is great, in my opinion, even though South Park made a thing saying he's boring. Genesis were good. His solo stuff is great. One of my favourite Disney soundtracks, amazingly, is Phil Collins' Tarzan. Tarzan's excellent. He did a brilliant job on that. White Album is an amazing album. Probably changed music. Yeah, all the Beatles albums changed music, in my opinion. They transcended culture. Genesis was one of my top concerts. I bet that was brilliant. How's the flat white? Do you prefer it to the latte, or do you prefer the latte for the longer drink?
It's stronger.
Yeah.
Obviously, flat white.
Yeah.
It's tissue amazing.
Yes.
It gives it more of it's more of the coffee.
Yeah.
With your flat white, complements your coffee.
Yeah.
And you think the latte probably dilutes it.
Yeah.
That's probably the very again. But with the latte,
It lasts longer.
Yeah. And the new oat milk that you use with your latte.
It's thicker. It lasts longer.
And it's more like oatly as opposed to the minor figures,
Yeah.
the astringent ones. Whereas with your flat white, the new one that you use tastes a bit astringent.
Interesting.
Yeah, so the oat milk tastes more astringent with the flat white than it did with the latte last week.
Interesting. Have to do that as a taste test.
Yeah, but noted.
Yeah. Saying that, I think the Califia complements my coffee more than the Oatly does. Oatly sort of macerates it because it's more sugar.
So I think what I need to do is try the flat white next time with
Oatly,
and
possibly.
then see the difference. Like this case now has got minor figures.
Maybe.
The reason I don't like minor figures, even though they're local Hackney, is because that stringency.
It can be, yeah.
It masks the taste of nice coffee.
That's why I really like this Califia, because it's in the middle of minor figures and Oatly. It's not done sweet, so it doesn't macerate with the sugar. It doesn't give you that astringent taste. It's right in the middle. It really works. And also, you've got more body with the Califia.
It's interesting why it's astringent with the flat white, but with the latte, it's absolutely just in the background, minding its own business.
Yeah.
Try it.
Yeah.
See what you think.
Give it a go.
What are you drinking?
I'm drinking a Japanese iced coffee. So it's V60 on ice.
Okay.
It's very tasty.
Easy.
Yeah. It's very, very clean, very fruity, very refreshing. I think I put too much water in the extraction.
Is that hot? Do you do it?
You do it hot over ice, so it hits the ice and cools down immediately. Because V60 is a lot slower, so it's got time to. Then you serve it over ice.
Nice. So it ends up being cool.
Yeah.
Even though it's a little bit hot because it's steam coming out. Is it cold? Is it ice cold?
It's not ice cold at the moment, but it's cold. It's because it's sitting in the sun.
Okay, fine. Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah.
They have to try that.
It's really good.
How long does it take to make?
About 5 minutes.
That's very great.
No. Cappuccino, full milk, simple.
After all of the things you do, cappuccino.
Yeah, I'm simple. Simplicity is better when it comes to coffee, in my opinion.
I think in everything.
Yeah, simplicity always helps.
Like they want this. I was like, listen, the price of a good pizza is
Yeah.
a margarita pizza.
Just
not
a simple,
fancy.
yeah.
If it tastes nice there, you know. Just NHS discount always helps.
Oh, it's big up the NHS. In all the help they can get.
Thank you. You'll remember that when I come back to that gap you guys do.
Yeah.
What time do you close?
We close at 6.
6.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got back just
Yeah.
Let's see how it goes. Thanks so much for that. I'll touch base later.
Yeah.
Nice one, okay?
See you later, mate. Have a good day. Prince was amazing, yeah. Prince is an amazing guitar player. Prince is an amazing guitar player. Like, very. I'm not saying Prince is almost underrated. His guitar playing, he's just so good. It's not flashy. It's not flashy. It's just he hits those notes, and it's just magic. Greatest Disney soundtrack, Avatar's. It's really good. Not British, from Minnesota. I knew he wasn't British coming to the best concerts, in my humble opinion. I saw a show with Prince's band a couple of years after he died. They played Purple Rain, obviously without him, but it was just so. It is, yeah. Just the music, no lyrics, surreal. It is just. Prince was an incredible guitar player. Like, even with his band being there, you would have missed that. The feel he had. And like, it was not like he was using like super flash. He was using a Telecaster a lot of the time. Just simple guitar, cutting board with a neck, as Brad Paisley calls it. Just the feel. Just knowing when to hit a note and how to hit it. So it just hits you. It hits you in that nervous system. Oh yeah. There'll be the same now. We've got to keep an open mind for music in the next, I would say, 20 years. As I say, a lot of streams. We could be going into the golden era of music now, because during the pandemic, guitar sales went up by 90% or something stupid. The amount of people that are now learning guitars and are being interested in guitar gear and modification and different styles and guitar music is coming back in the next 10 years. And I'm absolutely looking forward to it. It's going to be absolutely amazing to see proper music again. As much as I do, it's one of the, I'm very one or the other. I'm very all or nothing. I either want music to be authentic or I want it to be totally fake. So I either like real music like the Princes, the Queens, or if it's totally manufactured, make it totally manufactured like a K-pop. One or the other, either fake or real. I like that. I don't like things that are fake but pretending to be real and real pretending to be fake. I don't like that at all. Be authentic or be fake. Not that manufactured music is fake, it's just a different style of music and it's excellent. Again, I'm not going to yuck someone's yum. But I definitely like real. But manufactured music is great because it's good music. It's music that's designed to make you happy. And that's, for me, if anything makes you happy, go for it. His cool factor overshadowed a lot of his talent. Agreed. Have you seen the live tribute when they did my... Yeah. On that, I think it was a Sunburst Telecaster. He's just excellent. Yeah, it's a really good tribute. It's really, really good. One of the greatest, absolutely, no doubt about it. Yeah, iconic. Absolutely iconic. Like, only one. It's one of the things that I hate about today's culture. Everyone is so quick to call something legendary or iconic, like these big, powerful words. But I saw something the other day, like some hip, trendy Instagram thing was iconic. No, this right there, Super Bowl halftime performance by Prince, that is iconic. That is legendary. Like the fact that he was playing and playing Purple Rain and suddenly it starts raining. That is it's like, that is chef's kiss. That is what being an icon is. And not giving up, not stopping, playing through it. That is iconic. That word is thrown about too much recently. I don't like it. That is iconic. The solo in Bohemian Rhapsody is iconic. Trying to think. The guitar solo in Let It Be. How he wasn't electrocuted blows my... You're not electrocuted if you were just God, apparently. If there is a God, it's like, nah, we're not stopping this. We're not stopping this. You're protected from the electricity. The solo in Layla, which is probably not the greatest song. That's a great solo. Is it iconic? Probably not, but it's an awesome solo. Won't Get Fooled Again at Live Aid. Iconic. Like just Pete Townsend being Pete Townsend. Queen Live Aid 85. They're absolutely iconic. The riff at the beginning of 86. The riff at the beginning of Money for Nothing. That long intro, and then suddenly into that absolute barnstorming guitar riff. these are iconic moments. It's called like a lot of this rubbish that's thrown about now. Iconic, it's a disgrace. The solo of Stairway to Heaven, iconic. How he puts up his 12 string and he starts doing it up there. Yes, that's iconic. Iconic. That is iconic. Legendary. I can name up to 35 English bands in the 60s were as good as the Beatles. Jimi Hendrix is at Woodstock. Again, iconic. How he burned his Strat, which is a shame, really. But how many right-handed guitar players play a left-handed Stratocaster and then flipped it because of Hendrix? A lot of them. How many left-handed players flipped over a right-handed Strat because of Hendrix? That is a physical change. Of, you could say, oh, because they were left-handed, they couldn't get a left-handed instrument at the time. But a lot of people could get a left-handed, but still got a right-handed instrument and did that because they changed culture. Anything, BB King solo in Sweet Little Angel. Maybe not iconic, but Google. But that's the difference between awesome and iconic, though. So it's definitely, you can have the awesome things, which is great. It's the difference. It's that it's just a lot of things. I mean, Slash is again back to his Appetite for Destruction and Les Paul. That's not a Les Paul. Probably one of the most iconic Les Pauls of all time. It sold more Les Pauls than any other Les Paul at the time, even though it wasn't a Les Paul. It sold more of them. The Who Are of White concert, 1970, amazing concert. Yeah. As much as I prefer the drumming of Phil Rudd, but actually no, AC/DC are two iconic concerts. Donington in '92, AC/DC at the top of their game in terms of Malcolm in the Brian Johnson era. Like On Fire. As much as I prefer Phil Rudd as a drummer than Chris Slade, I believe it. No, not Chris. Phil something Slade. No, Phil Rudd. Chris Slade. Chris Slade was the drummer in that concert because of a lot of the things that were happening at the moment at that time. And also AC/DC in River Plate. Unbelievable concert. Hundreds of thousands of people turned up. Metallica live in '92. 1 million people turned up. 1 million people went to see Metallica. 1 million. Now that is iconic. At the start of that, they play The Ecstasy of Gold just in front of 1 million people, and then Enter Sandman comes on. Awesome. That is iconic. A lot of these really big words are thrown at them, forget it. Diminishes the things that are. So I couldn't tell you, Catman, I don't like rap music. I don't like rap music, so I'll take your word for it. Nirvana, Read in '91. Why are you playing my Instagram over speaker? Some great music back in the day, and we're definitely gonna see. Don't know, I know you don't, but then take my word for it. I will. Janis Joplin, Shane Monterey. Take your word for it. But hopefully, we will never reach those eras of the 50s, the 60s, the 70s, and even the 80s. But maybe we can go back towards that era of music with real guitar music, with real recordings, with better guitar players. Again, with better guitar manufacturing. People want to see guitars at the front of a band. They don't want to see this nonsense. Aha's MTV was Unplugged was very good. Aha's very good. You could call Take On Me iconic. People are still playing it 30 years later, or 40 years later. Such a shame that rock has been dead. Rock is coming back though. At least country rock has always been a thing, because like the South, like the places like Georgia and Texas and that sort of region of America, they still love their country rock, because country and rock are very, especially with the influence for the southern bands of Lynyrd Skynyrd, of course. But rock's going to come back. Classic rock is like, especially with Metallica appearing on Stranger Things. Rock and metal is coming back. I look forward to it. If I was going to make an album, let's say the Coffee Company as a band, Ben and the Coffees, Ben and the Roaster, Coffee and the Roasters, classic rock album. Stop this nonsense. I'm going to make a classic rock album. It's going to be this late 70s, early 80s again. Actual country is great. Deep Scottish roots, still absolutely. Big, that's what we have, a band, 200-watt Marshalls. Just blow the doors out. That's what we want. Bring back Marshalls. Bring back Marshalls. 100% agree with Nirvana. Country music's great. Country music is coming back. Like the fake pop country is dying, thank God. And real country with Luke Combs and bands of that ilk coming back. Especially with stuff like Noah Guthrie's very popular. Java and the Brew. All forms of music will come. Rock music will come back. It's just does it come back in its pure? I'm very biased, and I don't care if I'm biased. Bro country is damning on it. As much as I actually quite like it, Kenny Chesney, that music needs to die. But even though, if you're on a beach and it's really hot, a bit of Kenny Chesney is all right. A few beers in you, but that country needs to die. These are bring back old school country, like the George Straits, the Alan Jacksons, the Brad Paisleys. Bring back that style. What form does rock music? Does it come back in as 90s rock? Does it come back as 80s? Bring back late 60s. Bring back Cream era and 70s era rock music. Bring back that era of music. Bring back Gibson ES335s, neck pickup, no tone, and incredibly loud. Big loud Bring back big loud Marshalls. Except Cream Era didn't use they didn't use plexis. They used blues breakers. 80s hard rock hair metal. Yeah, bring back Def Leppard, Kiss, Poison. All those. Bring those back. 70s through 90s rock and roll. Absolutely. Even Steel Panthers. Steel Panthers are still about. Still. They've faded, and they've lost a lot of popularity. Motley Crue style, bring that back. Bring back that style music. That's great. And on that note, guys, there are people who like it. They do like it, but we need real country back. Bring it back. On that note, guys, we are about to end the stream. We're going to go and watch Shawnee's stream. So so here is the link for Sean's show. And if you want to raid him, everyone go into his chat. If you smell what the cough is brewing, as per usual, blast that in his chat. Absolute laugh. Head on over. Let's share. It means. Oh. Where is the... Oh, no. And it would mean a hell of a lot to me if you went over to the Free Spurs Boys channel. The link is there. Please hit a like on Bolly K's stream. It would mean an absolute lot. Watch him at 7:30 with Ben and Sim from We Are Tottenham TV. It's going to be a great show as always. The Free Spurs Boys are doing some wonderful things over there. Thank you all so much for watching this show. It means a lot. Thank you for choosing us over a load of other shows that are on at the moment. We will be back tomorrow at 2 p.m. We're going to do a bit of a fun show tomorrow. We're going to do the best ever movie cars or best movie vehicles. We're going to do that tomorrow. It's going to be a ton of fun. I don't know who I'm inviting on, but we're going to try and find some people and hopefully they join, because hopefully it'll be fun. Thank you all so much for watching. Back tomorrow at 2 p.m. And as always, if you smell what the cough is brewing. Thank you so much. Goodbye.